Welcome to Missionary Monday, where we talk to real-life missionaries and hear about their experiences living in the mission field. I will also share some missionary stories with you, and we'll hear testimonies of how God has used people, just like you and me, to tell others about Jesus. I can't wait to get started. How about you? Hey, boys and girls, I have someone with me today. It's Miss Chaeli, and you might have heard her and her family share about how they share Jesus with their neighbors and people in their community. Well, Miss Chaeli, she went door to door canvassing or colportering. That's another word for it this last summer. And so we are going to hear from her some experiences, and she's going to share with us what colportering is so that you kind of get an idea for what it is, and she's going to share how Jesus used her this summer. So, Chaeli, tell us a little bit about what colportering is.
Definitely. So colporting or canvassing is a ministry where we can go door to door with books, Christian books, like Bible study books and kids books and health books, and we leave these books with people on a donation basis so that it also helps us go to school at the same time as telling them about Jesus.
Wow. So you go door to door and you show them the books that you have, and then they have the opportunity to buy it, and the money that they give goes to help you with your schooling?
Yes, it does.
Very neat. Well, let's kind of help the kids to know what it's like when you go up and you knock on a door. Let's pretend like I'm the person at a house, at a door, and you come up to my door. Let's kind of act it out, okay?
Sure.
All right. So I'm in my house and you come up to my door. What do you do first?
Well, the first thing I would do is knock on the door or ring the doorbell.
Hello? Oh, hi. Who are you?
Hi, my name is Chaeli. We're students working on a scholarship project,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of junk food or magazines, we're trying to offer something helpful in the community. So
Mm.
let me just give you a really quick look.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This book right here helps us find freedom from things like worry and guilt and fear, things a lot of us struggle with. And it
Yeah.
helps us replace that with a lasting peace that comes from knowing Jesus.
Oh, that's just what I need. Lasting peace. You know, this world is so chaotic and just crazy.
It is, and we try and find peace in a lot of ways, but Jesus is the only place we can find true peace.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy reading?
You know, I read a little bit when I get time, but mostly I read with my boys.
Got it. How old are your boys?
They are almost 7 and 9, and they love stories. And so we usually have story time every evening.
Got it. Well, I have some awesome storytime books for you. Let me show you these two right here.
Okay.
They're called New Testament and Old Testament Bible Story Adventures,
Mhm.
and they cover the life of Jesus from his birth to his death, how he loves them and wants to be their best friend, as well as Old Testament Bible characters and how they stood up for right, inspiring kids to do the same.
Wow. You know, we really need to go to church more. I sometimes feel guilty because I don't get my kids to church like I went to church when I was a kid. So I could see this really being helpful.
Definitely. Well, they can be yours. We leave them on a donation basis. So, in a bookstore, the set of 3 books I've showed you right here costs $75. But people help me
Mhm.
anywhere from 40 to 75, and then it helps me go through school.
Oh,
So, which ones were you most interested in?
I'll take them all. Let me go get a checkbook. Great. Oh, that was awesome. Good job, Kaylee. So, as you're going door to door and you're talking with people and sharing these books, how have you seen God use you to make a difference in people's lives?
Oh, that's a hard question to answer because there are so many experiences I could share where God has definitely used me to reach people and use people to teach me stuff too. But one instance that really sticks out is one morning when I was doing businesses because not only do we go door to door with homes, we also do parking lots and businesses.
Uh huh.
So I walked into a business called Sammy's American Grill and I was talking with a young guy at the front desk. And as we were talking, he was also helping people with their orders. And this one lady came up and she got her order and she paid and gave him a tip. And then she turned to me and she was like, "Hey, what is this?" So at that point, I had 8 books laying on the counter that I'd been talking about with the other guy. And I
Wow.
picked up some of the books and I started showing her what I had and what I was doing and what the
Mhm.
books were all about. And she really liked the book. She ended up choosing to buy the book, The Great Controversy.
Mm.
In the course of our conversation, she found out that I was actually homeschooled.
Mhm.
And she thought that was so awesome because she actually homeschools her kids too.
Really?
And she got that great controversy for homeschooling so she could teach a Bible class and a history class.
Oh, that is amazing. That is so wonderful.
I just thought that was so awesome.
Yeah.
She actually also thought it was just so awesome that I was out sharing Jesus in the community at the same time as earning money for school.
Mhm.
Um, we ended our conversation after that, and she left. And I finished talking with the guy inside. He didn't end up getting anything, which is okay. But as I was finishing talking with him, I thought to myself, oh no, I forgot to pray with her.
Yeah.
And I wanted to offer her some free resources that
Mhm.
we were had.
Mhm.
And I'd forgotten. As I left the business, I ran outside and she was getting in her car.
Mhm.
So I went up to her and I was like, ma'am, I want to show you some of these free services we're offering. And she was so enthusiastic. She was like,
Really?
show me, show me.
Yeah.
So I showed her some of the things we had, and she ended up signing up for children's programs,
Uh-huh.
Bible resources,
Mm.
and free Bible studies. And she was just so thrilled to have me pray for her and her
Mm.
family.
Yeah.
So before I left, she said, thank you so much. It has been awesome to meet you and talk with you. And you know what? Just before you came out, my husband and I were talking about what a blessing it was to see you out here doing this and how Jesus is very obviously shining through you. What a blessing you are to so many people. And you know what? What she said to me was an answer to prayer because I had just prayed before I started that morning
Mhm.
that Jesus would shine through me and that people would see him in me as I was talking to them.
Wow.
And so it was just a blessing to see God answer my prayer and somebody else to see Jesus in me.
Yeah, that is a direct answer to prayer. When you go and pray, Lord, please shine through me today. And then later on, someone tells you, I can see Jesus shining through you. That is so amazing. Wow.
Sometimes, as I'm doing this, I forget about the fact that it's not just about getting books in people's
Hmm.
homes, and there's other ways to reach people and show them Jesus. I remember one time it was the end of the day, and I knocked on this lady's door and I was talking to her, and she told me again and again she just couldn't do anything because she was broke. She couldn't help me. So I showed her a couple options, a smaller option that was only a couple dollars, and she still said she couldn't help me. But I asked if I could pray with her before I left. After I prayed with her, I told her goodbye, and I turned around to leave. But then I remembered that I had some glow tracts in my bag, one of which was titled The Promise of Peace.
Hmm.
I remembered that the night before, I had been a little bit discouraged as I was ending the day, and so I'd pulled out this glow tract to read it. And it had just been a blessing to me. It had encouraged me. And so I pulled it out and I said, here, just before I go, I just want to give you this little bit of encouragement, and I pray that it'll be a blessing to you. She was thankful and she said goodbye and closed the door. And I left. I was walking down the driveway
Uh-huh.
and she opened the door again and she was crying and she was like, thank you so much.
Mm.
You don't know how much I needed this tonight. And it
Oh,
was just a good reminder to me that that's why I'm out here doing
yeah.
this. I'm not doing it to sell books. I'm not doing it just to get
Uh-huh.
money. I'm out here to be a blessing to people right when they need it because God puts us right where we need to be so that we can share his love with other people.
Yeah, and that's incredible how you were kind of having a hard time. You were struggling and you read that little tract and you're like, it helped you. And then when you met somebody who also was struggling and gave it to her, it helped her too. And so God could use your downtime to be an encouragement and a blessing to others. Well, thank you so much, Kaylee, for sharing with us those stories. Now, boys and girls, you might think, oh, I want to do that. I want to go door to door with my family, with my parents, and I want to share Jesus' love. We are really excited because here at Starting with Jesus, we're working on putting together a video program that shows you how you can share Jesus' love in your neighborhood, in your community. So we have a family who is working on putting together a video to train us how to go door to door with our parents. Now, we don't want to do it by ourselves because that's not safe. But with our parents, we can go and share Jesus' love with those around us. So you be watching for that, and I'll have to share with you as well when it comes out. So we're really looking forward to that so that we can all share Jesus with others. Well, thank you so much, Chaeli, for coming and sharing with us about how God has used you to share his love with others. We're so glad you joined us today. If you want to find more programs and activities, go to our website, startingwithjesus.com.